we're not finishing. Right now we got 7 games. We still got Josh Allen and, his great defense, and we still got Bills Mafia behind us. Like, I pray and I hope that guys think it's over right now. I pray and I hope that guys feel like it's done and they got us figured out, because they'd be up for a rude awakening. And I pray and I hope that the media counts us out and do all that stuff, because because we got a great team, and I'm excited to go to work with these guys. I'm excited for Josh Allen. I'm excited for him to respond. I'm excited for myself to respond. I'm excited for this defense to respond. And hey, brighter days are ahead for us, man. We lost 3 games, and it's all good, man. I'm excited to see what we do coming up.
Still yet to be targeted, and high energy, very competitive, a guy who wants to win, and he feels like his team, let's kind of get this going. I want to be part of this, and so this frustration, heart-to-heart conversation, those things have to be done sometimes.
What's good with it, YouTube? It's Coffee, back at it. Buffalo Bills Victory Monday. What up, Bills Mafia? Fellow football fans, hit the comments. Let me know how your team did. Let me know what you thought about this week in football, what games you caught and whatnot. All your takes and all that, man. But you heard Von Miller. That was earlier in the week. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? Because the way the momentum shifts and the narratives and the discussions week to week is fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? A few weeks back, everyone's, yo, Bills are most definitely Super Bowl bound, just like everyone was saying leading into the season. We have a divisional loss. Josh not playing the best football, made some bad decisions in that crazy-ass game last week in Minnesota. Vikings, we going to get to y'all a little later. What's up, Sensei? I see your squad, the way they did them. We'll get to that, though. But everyone's so down on the Bills, and Von's like, yo, doubt us, whatever. Keep at it. It is what it is. Like, y'all are forgetting the talent that's on this team. And then you see that clip that's been going viral with Diggs and McDermott. You know what I mean? Like, you heard the commentator saying at that point, I believe Diggs had not been targeted, but he ended up with a touchdown, 4 receptions for 48 yards. But you see everyone's like, yo, McDermott connects with the players. And that's something that he's done from the moment that he's got here. You know what I'm saying? Ended the playoff drought, his first season as head coach. And we've continued to prosper under his tutelage, right? But, I don't know, like, game plan-wise, that's the thing, too, with this team, period. The players, everyone, they all flock with each other. As I always point out, there's great morale. Like, this team is a unit. You know what I'm saying? But game plan-wise, it felt different, the scheme or whatever, the play calling. And I want to know what everyone thought about it. You know what I mean? Like, we got a W, okay? But the story of the game, the hero, the main guy in the spotlight wasn't Josh Allen. You know what I mean? Diggs had a good game, but Josh Allen wasn't the story of the game, And I truly wonder, and I want to know everyone's takes, what's going on with Josh. Like I said, his struggles and all that date back to that second half of the game against the Packers a few weeks back. You know what I mean? We were supposed to be shifting in overdrive where it was going to be a blowout. And, he threw them 2 picks. Again, I was saying they were so sloppy. He looked like he was playing backyard football, okay? Then the Jets, then last week, those INTs. Like, I don't know if it's something, mental going on with Josh. The defenses of all, in the NFL, as I always point out, like, that's everyone's job, is to try to jam up what's working offensively and defensively. How can you beat it? How can you jam up? Let's get into film rooms. And, with Josh Allen, it's been a different side of Josh we haven't seen. And I don't know. Again, I'm not worried about it. Josh will get back to doing what he does. I truly believe that. Some people think that there might still be something going on with the arm. I don't know. But I want to know what you guys thought about the play calling. Motor Singletary, he shined. I mean, just rushing, period. Josh only had 7 rushing yards. Singletary, 86 yards in a TD. Cook, 86 yards. Again, I already said Diggs had a TD, but our leading receiver was Knox, 7 receptions for 70 yards. Over on the other side of the field, Jacoby Brissett looked all right. Jacoby Brissett played some pretty decent football, man. Amari Cooper, 2 TDs, 8 receptions for 113. Browns, heavily rush attack oriented team, only had 80 yards rushing as the whole team. You know what I'm saying? But Brissett, 28 of 41, 324 yards, 3 TDs, no picks. Josh Allen, only 18 of 27, 197 yards in a TD. So, I mean, not good numbers, right? Not anything like we're used to seeing from Josh Allen, but nothing in the INT column, which is good. But I don't know, man. Like, comment, guys, what's your thoughts on the game. Again, I thought Brissett played pretty good football. The Browns hung in there pretty well. But ultimately, we know they weren't fucking with the Bills. There wasn't any way we were about to, this is the first time we lost 2 games back-to-back in the longest time. For the longest time, Billy Joel voice. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't about to make it 3. That wasn't about to happen. But, man, let's talk about those refs, though, which is a thing in every game. Every game, it just gets more and more ludicrous with these refs and these horrible calls just ruining football games. But, man, you see the one clip where Josh Allen clearly had stepped out of bounds and, swatted at him. If not a late hit, should have been unsportsmanlike conduct or something like that. I feel like they were trying to get in Josh's head, and I feel that's something that a lot of these teams do. What game was that where in the pile someone was it Miami grabbing at his groin or whatever? Pause. I feel like a lot of teams try to get in Josh Allen's head and kill his focus, and I think that's what that was. But Josh didn't take the bait. We saw back-to-back horse collars or face masks or whatever the fuck it was. Back-to-back plays. Browns got their hands all in the Bills players' helmets and shoulder pads. It was insane. No flag. These refs were really, really bad out there, man. Plain and simple again. I don't know if that'll ever change in the NFL. You know what I mean? And with certain takes on games, people are like, oh, fans don't really know what they're talking about with it. Listen, when it comes to the refs, we see it. It's trash. It's got to stop. Will it ever stop? I don't know. Something else I see people talking about is Isaiah McKenzie. He's obviously we know Isaiah possesses tremendous speed, can be a dangerous player. We see him on the end of rounds and everything like that. But over the past couple of years, it's weird with McKenzie. He's either you love him or you hate him, I guess. And a lot of fans right now are not feeling a little dirty Isaiah McKenzie. They're talking about, hey, let's take his snaps when he's out there on the field and give half of them to Hines, half of them to the rookie Shakir. Comment, let me know what you guys think about that. We saw Hines out there on return duties, but I don't believe he was really worked into the game plan that much. I could be wrong. I could be tripping. I could be mistaken. I definitely watched the game, but I wasn't into the game the typical way that I am, was multitasking around the crib and all that. For those who tap in regularly, you probably know because you've seen I wasn't live. You know what I mean? As far as that state of emergency goes in Buffalo, I'm seeing in some places travel bans being lifted. Anyone, in the Western New York area, let me know what that weather's like out there right now. You know what I mean? Is it crazy? Is it still ludicrous amounts of snow on the ground? I'm intrigued to know, but that's something else we got to talk about now. Next week, we're back to Detroit, where we just played this game at. We're going to be taking on the Lions in Detroit. I feel confident that we can beat them. We're hearing reports that Trey White is finally close to being back. I don't know. And at this point, it's an ongoing discussion where a lot of fans like myself have just been worried. Again, we're approaching the 1-year calendar mark of when he got injured on Thanksgiving, and it's just crazy, man. I'm a bit nervous. They thought Trey was going to be ready to go. He hasn't been. Again, it's just something we're not going to know till we see him out there on the field. But I don't know. Good thing Trey White's going to be back. So hopefully Trey gets out there, gets back to business. And, speaking of injuries, this team has been bit by the injury bug. I'm both sides of the ball a little something, but more on defense. And you see that list of all the players that have missed games between Poyer. Again, we know Hyde's out for the season and everything like that. And we still have one of the top defenses in the NFL. So this is great. As the season progresses along, we're 7-3. Guys start getting back to full strength, 100% out there. I can't wait. offense is going to be scared of us, And we seen Poyer coming off an injury, making some big plays. You see that one screen pass that he deaded off, nipped that in the butt ASAP. So all in all, I'm feeling good about this team. One more thing I want to bring up that I think's cool before we shift over to this other topic, man, in the NFL is Leslie Frazier. You see Von Miller and a lot of other players out there were rocking a Leslie Frazier shirt. And, that's lit, man. What do you guys think? Obviously, Leslie Frazier been in the league forever. This guy's a vet coach, and what he's done with this defense is amazing. And, we lost our offensive coordinator and Brian DeBall last year. Do you guys think we could lose Frazier? I certainly hope not. But you see his players honored him by rocking the Leslie Frazier shirt. I think that's dope. Give that man his flowers. You seen Leslie was like, yo, I would have rocked the Von Miller shirt, but I never thought these guys would come out there and put on for Big Les. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, Last week when I was gone, I noticed hat makes an appearance, because it always makes an appearance when we lose. But now we finna change the things around this hat. I told y'all yesterday that I had a revelatory gift. And the best show that we have here is when I have a home show or him not saying one thing. I'm gonna shut him up because the Cowboys played so great. Everybody went after that. That got to stand up and show he a man. He has to lead this team right now. He has to show he can beat this team. And you said it because you had no faith that he could do it. But Dak has always been a great overcomer. And he's always over-delivered. It's one thing to be an overcomer. That means you get over things. But when you overcome and over-deliver, that's a whole nother statement. And that's why Dak is going to always come out on top. I'm going to yield the floor and let other people talk, but I want y'all to talk from an understanding. That's a perfect game. And I don't want to hear any noise, not any rippling noise from nobody talking about, Minnesota wasn't that good. Don't y'all try to back y'all tongues in the back of y'all throat and roll those words out of y'all mouth talking about, oh my God, Minnesota really ain't that good. You saw a dismantling of one of the best teams, if not the best team in the National Football League. And I want to hear about the perfection that the star displayed yesterday. I want to hear about it all.
All right, my team.
How about that? How about them apples? The fucking Cowboys. What up, Sensei, my bro? If you see too, Sensei Jay Millie commented back. He said that there, was never no beef or nothing like that. Someone must have been talking some flunkery, or there was a misunderstanding somewhere at some point or whatever. But no worries when it comes to that. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But, man, how about your Cowboys? Michael Irvin turned the fuck up, told Stephen A. Smith, shut your motherfucking mouth. It sounded like he was saying when Stephen don't talk is good juju for the Cowboys when they do a show. So, I don't know, that was something I commented about in one of my recent games or recent weeks this year is like with the Bills' struggles. Since we've been really good and tearing it up, I'm not worried that much about juju and rituals and do I wear this shirt or this hat, now it's like things been kind of struggling. I've been kind of getting back to that a little bit, you know what I mean? But getting back to what we're talking about here, not only did they smash the Vikings and end that 7-game win streak, they winning 40-3, they looked phenomenal doing it. Kirk Cousins got sacked 7 times, put Kirk on his ass. Lay down, Kirk, get down or lay down. You like that, huh? You know what I mean? Ezekiel Elliott did his thing with 2 touchdowns, and they, Dak looked good. And, man, first 7 possessions, put points on the boards. That's how you go out there and do it. And you hear Michael Irvin talking about, man, I don't want to hear no one trying to rain on my parade or negate what the Cowboys just did, talking about, oh, the Vikings ain't that good, as there's been a lot of narratives about them either coming back or winning very close games. It's over. The streak's over. Y'all got aired the fuck out. Cowboys did their thing. I didn't expect that. I really didn't, man. But there you have it, guys. What do you think about that game? What do you think about what Michael Irvin was saying there? any other games too. We're going to get some more NFL coverage on other topics and games and whatnot, but I just wanted to tap in on these 2 games ASAP. So, Bills victory Monday over the Browns, a couple discussions we had in there. Cowboys stun the Vikings, air them the fluck out, man. Who would have thunk it? You know what I'm saying? Vikings go out there last week, have an overtime thriller with my Bills, just a crazy game, still makes me sick to think of it, and then go and get just decimated by the Cowboys. Any given Sunday, y'all, that's how it goes. So with that, I bid you adieu. It's coffee. Hit them buttons for me, sub up, stay tuned, more content coming, music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more. And I'm gone.